culmination of 4+ months going into one day. You got to finish in the top 3 to advance to nationals. Talk about the mindset of the 10 you're taking to regionals.
The mindset's got to be business, right? Like you said, it all comes down to one day. It doesn't matter if you're 0-22, 22-0. Top 3 go on. So as long as you show up and your mind's set, you're ready to go, and you're focused on the job at hand, like it's gonna be anybody's weekend. So it's one of the funnest ones to watch. It's one of the scariest ones to watch. But man, it's regionals is one of my favorite tournaments to go to.
First year back as a program, talk about the process from start to finish leading up to Saturday.
It's kind of crazy. We've talked about it throughout the year. The biggest thing was creating a family atmosphere, right? And getting the guys to believe in each other and themselves. And to watch that happen throughout the year has been incredible. This group came together relatively quickly, in my opinion. When we go places, it's pretty awesome to watch. There's a blue wave of people, fans and guys alike. So, to watch it go from that to we're heading into regionals with some pretty guys that should be seated pretty high and have chances to get out that are ranked in the country and things like that. It's been a really enjoyable ride so far, and we're excited to bring it all together at West Liberty.
Talk about the coaching perspective. You're going from weight to weight, and you might have to console someone that lost and get back on the mat with somebody that's wrestling to advance. Talk about your mindset, how you kind of handle that.
To be honest, it's one of the hardest things to do. Is you got to get your 25-pounder ready, right? And all his hopes and dreams are lying in that 7 minutes. Well, he's wrestling the 33-pounders going through the same thing. We talk all the time about having a short memory, memory of a goldfish, right? 7 seconds, and to reset, right? And you lose that first match, you can still come back and get third, right? So, you got to have just the resiliency to bounce back and be ready to scrap. This is going to be one of the most emotional days a lot of these kids have wrestled. It's going to be one of the most emotional days that we've got to do as coaches. So it's just, a balancing act and being there for each other and being open, and that's part of it, is having emotional intelligence with each other and just working through it. That's the biggest piece of it, is work through it with each individual.
Talk about the blood round, coming back through the emotions of that round, which you really don't get to experience in any other sport.
No.
Because you're battling to get back to that third place match where you can advance to move on to the national tournament. And the sacrifices that have to go into that round of wrestling.
Yeah, it's blood round. We always call it the pit. It's you're in the gladiator pit. You throw technique out the window almost, and it just becomes a battle of will. It's hard. The blood round is one of the hardest places to be. I've been there personally. I've coached through it, and it's beautiful to watch, and it's sad to watch, and it's one of the toughest places for any athlete to be in. And you're right. It's different. Usually when the clock runs out, the game's over, right? For us, we got to get ready for that next round. So it's very very different, and it's one of the most challenging places any athlete will find themselves. But we've been working through it throughout the year and talking about it a lot, and we're hoping that we've done a good job in our mental preparation to be ready for it.